Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then hello. So today guys, I am actually somewhere really cool. Take a look at this reptile room I'm in right now. This reptile room probably looks familiar to a lot of people, and that is because I am in Emma Sampson's reptile room. So what am I doing here? I'm actually on a mini vacation right now, but I did bring with me my baby emerald tree skinks that I have finally bred. But today I am trading them to Emma for one of her baby cat geckos. And check out some of the amazing and cool reptile species that she keeps. Emma is another amazing Canadian reptile YouTuber with over 98.5k subscribers. She has an amazing and very successful channel. She also happens to be my friend. So Emma and I actually had met through the zoo that we had both worked for at the time. And at the time, I actually had not known about her YouTube channel. I recognized that I had watched some of her videos, not entirely knowing that they were her. Kept in contact, and over time, it seems that we became friends. At least I hope so, that this hasn't been a one-sided relationship the whole time.
I think so. I think I can confirm the friendship.
So talk about your channel a bit. What is the goal of your channel?
So as some of you may know, I have a YouTube channel all about my pets. I would really say the main goal of my channel is to really just be able to document my experiences that I have with the animals that I own, and hopefully at the same time I can educate and entertain other people.
That is an amazing answer. I love it. And she also has other social media as well. Where can people find you?
So I have a YouTube channel that you can find under just Emma Lynn Sampson, and then as far as other social medias go, I am pretty active on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, which you can all find at EmmaSam99.
So what am I doing here? I'm actually on a mini vacation right now, and I've been staying in Quebec as well as visiting some friends that I have out here in Ottawa. But I did bring with me my baby emerald tree skinks. I haven't introduced these guys on my channel yet, but if you follow my other social media, you'll know that I finally found some eggs from my emerald tree skinks, and that some of them have hatched as well. I also had one of them hatch in the car parking lot.
Oh my goodness, guys. He was born on the road. Oh. Hello. Oh my god, there's two that have hatched. There's two.
They're doing so well. You guys have no clue how happy I am to finally have bred some of these guys in captivity. I currently have 4 baby emerald tree skinks and 3 more eggs waiting to hatch. I am trading them to Emma for one of her baby cat geckos. Emma has successfully bred another one of my favorite reptile species, which is the Malaysian cat gecko. If you guys watch my channel, then you already know that I have a male Malaysian cat gecko named Salem. So we're doing a baby swap.
So here are the babies right now. I'm actually just currently cleaning out their enclosure here before I go over to Emma's. And Emma, I believe, is taking the biggest ones that were hatched first. So that would be this little guy here with the, I did tell her about the crooked little tail. And then this big guy right here, his tail's all nice. These are the 2 that hatched on the road there, so it looks like they're doing really well. I'm so happy about that. Oh, they're so cute. So yeah, here's all my little baby skinkies, and I'm just gonna quickly rinse off some of their leaves here before we head off to Emma's so that they're all nice and clean. This one got a cricket. Nom, nom, nom.
This is how big the emerald tree skink babies are. They are so stinking small and adorable. Oh my goodness. I feel like terrified having him in my hand. As you can see, as babies, they are pretty skittish, so they're not used to being held yet. They're kind of getting more used to me, but this little guy here, I just grabbed him quickly to show you guys how how cute and adorable and small these little baby tree skinks are.
Emma reached out to me interested in one of my emerald tree skink babies, and she offered to do a trade for one of her baby cat geckos in return. And of course I said yes. So Emma has been so generous to let us take a little tour of her reptile room. We're also going to be taking a close look at the baby cat geckos that she's bred, and hopefully one of those little guys will go home with me in the future. If you like this video, then be sure to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you want to see updates and videos like this on my pets in the future. So I know that you really love chameleons, Emma, so let's start with those.
Yeah, so these two massive enclosures that you see here belong to Felix and Fiona, and they are my Parsons chameleons. So this here is Felix, and he is my male yellow giant Parsons. So these guys are basically like my prized possession, I guess you could say. Parsons chameleons are the largest species of chameleon in the world, and in the chameleon community, they are a very, very, very desirable species.
They're gorgeous. He's the one that doesn't like the color yellow, right?
Yeah, he does not.
Mine's blue.
I don't like blue either. Blue's not my vibe. I like blue animals though.
Yeah,
They're
same.
so cool.
That's the only exception to the rule.
Yeah. So Parsons chameleons are quite rare in captivity. Here in Canada, there has not actually been a single person to have success breeding with these guys yet. As you guys heard, I do have a pair of these, so I'm hoping that one day I will be able to successfully breed Felix and Fiona. That would be absolutely incredible if I could. There are some breeders in different parts of the world, the United States for example, that have been having success with them, so I am hopeful that one day in Canada we will have some captive born Parsons chameleon babies.
So these guys are usually wild caught.
So these two here, Felix and Fiona, were originally wild caught. Overall, my opinion on wild caught animals is that they shouldn't be pets. However, I do think wild caught animals have a place in this hobby, and that place is with experienced reptile keepers who are going to do their best to try and breed the species and bring more captive born babies into the hobby, because in the long run, that's what we need to do to stop having wild caught animals. Compared to many other chameleons, their personality is just fantastic.
And guys, she built this herself, all right? This is amazing. This is like top-notch stuff. Look at how much space this animal has.
Yeah, so these enclosures here, each one is 6 feet tall. As you can see, it is quite a lot taller than I am. I'm only 5'3". They're 5 feet wide, and then they're 3 feet deep. I did the math on these, and I'm pretty sure they equal out to about 500 gallons each. So these are some pretty big enclosures here.
Yeah, they're pretty impressive. I love them. You did such a good job.
And then right next to Felix, we have Fiona over here. So Fiona is my female Parsons chameleon. So as you can see here, Fiona is solid green. She does not have any of the yellow coloration that Felix has, and she also doesn't have the same head structure. This is just because she is a female. The females and males of Parsons chameleons look quite different, and this is what Fiona looks like.
Now, this one I know is just a bearded dragon here, but he really looks like he wants to say hello. Or she?
She, yeah.
She looks like she wants to say hi.
This is Lex. She is my bearded dragon, who is about... Man, did I get her in 2018 or 2019? I think it was 2019 I got her.
She thinks I have food because I fed her earlier, so...
She's so food motivated.
Yeah, I don't...
That's all she wants to do.
But I just want to get a good look at her pretty colors there, because guys, look, they're so like... I don't know, it's like a peachy pink. So nice. What I'm gonna see next is probably one of my most favorite kind of gecko species, and that is the giant leaf tails. There he's hiding back there. So this is the Uroplatus fimbriatus, right?
Yeah, and this there is Shadow.
I really love salamanders. So the other day, actually, me and Emma went out herping at Murphy's Point, which is a provincial park. And we actually found some salamanders of our own, some ones that are native to Canada.
Oh, look
and
at
that was really exciting.
2 little heads poking out. That's so cute.
Oh, look at those sweet little faces. Oh my goodness.
So there's 3 of them in here total. I guarantee the 3rd one is also under that piece of bark there,
If I
but
could lift it just
yeah.
a little.
What are you looking at?
Oh, they're so cute.
So these are Japanese Oida salamanders. So these guys are only found in one small area in Japan, and you guessed it, that would be the Oida area.
Hello.
So I currently have 1 male and 2 females here. That's so cute. The one that you see in the back there, that is a female, and then this one here is also a female, and then this little guy right there is the male. Sorry, I'm not offering you my fingers today.
Just me.
They're so funny though.
Alright, we're gonna say goodbye to them. Alright, so I totally want to check out your dumpy tree frogs here.
So this is Alfredo and Linguini. So Linguini is the one on the cork right there. She's a female. And then Alfredo is the one right up here, and he's my male.
And I definitely feel that these are amazing pet frogs for a lot of people that are just starting to get into keeping frogs. Yeah, they're a lot of
I
fun.
just love them.
Look at those faces. Could you say no? They're so cute. Hello. Guys, we're gonna attempt to find Richard.
Oh, his head's right there. So yeah, just lift that piece of cork up and
Richard.
So Richard here is my Brazilian rainbow boa, and he is just a fantastic snake. Brazilian rainbow boas, especially when they're not full grown, are known for being a little bit nippy with a little bit of attitude, but Richard, since the day that I got him, has just been such a chill snake. He's so great. So this over here is my snake shelf. As you guys saw, Richard is just down here on the bottom, and then we have Comet, my Kenyan sand boa, Willow, my children's python. We have 5 ball pythons here, so all 3 of these are ball pythons. These 2 are ball pythons, and then on the bottom we have Rocky, who's my milk snake. And then on top of the shelf we have a bunch of gecko enclosures. So we have a Leachianus, a Chihuahua gecko, we have a standing stay gecko, a crested gecko, a gargoyle gecko, and then everything that's over here as well. These are mostly all geckos. Yeah, so that there is Oliver, and Dorito is my other cresty, who's up on that mushroom ledge right now, which is pretty cute. So I keep Urodactylodes viardi. I haven't bred them yet, but I'm hoping to in the future. So right here I have 2 male chameleon geckos. I have Pluto right here, and then this one here is Neptune. And then if we move a little further back to this enclosure here, this is my female, who is named Venus. So I'm hoping that very soon I can get a second female and then have 2 pairs of chameleon geckos. The only reason I haven't bred them yet is because Venus is just not old enough yet. She only turned 1 in June, and typically it's recommended to wait at least 18 months before you breed them, so she hasn't been bred yet, but I'm hoping that in the near future I will have some baby chameleon geckos. Alright, so this one here is Pluto. So like I said, he's one of my males. And it's really funny with the chameleon geckos because the females are so much bigger than the males are. Pluto here weighs 4 grams, and Venus, who's my current female, weighs 11 grams. And yes, Pluto is full grown. He will not get any bigger than this. I love them because, 1, they're really cool looking. But the thing that I love most about them is that for a small gecko, they're super handleable.
Yeah, and I think that's why a lot of people like this species.
Yeah, because most small geckos are really fast and really flighty and just, you know, aren't great handling animals, but these guys, it's super easy to take them out, you know, as long as you're careful with them, as with any reptile, they are perfectly fine being handled. Care is super simple. You know, their care is super similar to a crested gecko, which is like, you know, the notorious easy beginner reptile.
Yeah.
So it's basically just like crested gecko care scaled down.
Yeah.
So if you are looking for a small pet gecko, I highly recommend these guys.
More chameleons.
So this here is Moira, and Moira is a carpet chameleon. And now despite Moira's name, Moira is actually a male. I got Moira when he was a little teeny tiny baby, and I wasn't sure if he was a male or female at the time, so I decided to name him Moira, but it turns out that he is a male, but that's okay. Thankfully, chameleons do not care what their name is. And so for those who are wondering, this is full grown, so Moira here is not going to get any bigger than this. Now I have seen some carpet chameleons that are slightly larger than this, but overall they are just a very, very, very small species. I personally keep him in a lot larger enclosure. I think he does amazing in it, but you know, if you are someone who's into chameleons but you don't have a lot of space, carpet chameleons are absolutely fantastic.
And then who's his neighbor?
So this here is Finn, who is a Trioceros montium. Finn is normally a bit grumpier, so he might not come out so easily. So as I was saying, this is Finn, who is a Trioceros montium. The common name for them is a Cameroon sailfin chameleon, and I'm sure you can understand why they have that name. This species is just an absolutely stunning species of chameleon. They're so interesting. I love just like the dorsal fins on them and their horns and the colors that they have.
They look like they're from just like another world.
So I don't know if you can tell super easily on camera, but he does have a little lump on his elbow there. Just thought I would point that out in case anyone was seeing it and was concerned. So Finn does have a tumor there, unfortunately, but the good news is he has gone to the vet. It's a benign tumor and it's not seeming to cause him any pain or discomfort. So as long as it doesn't get worse at all, then he is totally fine and will hopefully continue living a nice, healthy life. Yeah, so in addition to my reptiles, I also have bunnies, and they have their own room to themselves. So this here is my bunny room. It's a little bit messy right now, but that is because it's bunnies. They like to make a mess. So this little area here is sort of like my YouTube filming studio, if you would say. I built it all myself. It's kind of just a little DIY thing, but I like it. It works, and Bert, my mossy frog, gets to be a part of it. He is my little filming buddy.
He's in the water there, guys. All right, so I'm really excited because now we're moving on to the Malaysian cat geckos. I absolutely love this species. They're so incredible. There's like little aliens just from another world. So we're gonna go check out the cat geckos that she keeps and the ones that she has bred as well.
All right, so these two enclosures right here belong to my adult cat geckos. So currently I have 3 adults and 4 babies. So this enclosure right here, my nicer enclosure, I guess, the one that I spent a lot of time setting up, belongs to Sadie and Slinky, who are my pair. And then right over here in this enclosure, we have Sage, who is just a single female right now.
I remember when you got Sadie and Slinky, I was so excited because I didn't know anybody else that kept cat geckos. So when you were getting them, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, cat geckos were a species that I was like in love with for years. I thought they were so cool and so fascinating, but they're not very easy to come by.
Yeah.
Especially here in Canada.
Which is why I was surprised that I got mine like randomly rehomed on Kijiji.
Yeah, so I got Sadie. She was basically the same thing. I found her on Kijiji from another reptile keeper who was rehoming her.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, so I got Sadie then, and then Slinky came about a month or 2 later. And then Sage here has a bit of an interesting story. So Sage came from another reptile breeder here in Ottawa. She originally had a trio or a pair of cat geckos, I don't remember, but anyway, she had a couple cat geckos and she actually developed a cricket allergy, so she ended up having to rehome all of her cricket eating animals, including her cat geckos. So that is where I got Sage from, but I didn't just get Sage, I got Sage and 2 babies and a couple eggs. So the girl who had kept Sage before me had success with breeding them with her previous male that she had. And so she had 2 baby cat geckos that she also needed to rehome. So I ended up getting Sage and her 2 babies. And then when she was cleaning the enclosure out to get the animals ready for me, she found 4 more eggs in the enclosure. So she gave the eggs to me, which I then took and incubated, and 2 of them ended up hatching out.
So Sage I've seen before, and I love her because she has this gorgeous like red on her stomach. So I'm hoping that her babies will take after her.
So this here is Sage. So Sage is currently the mother to all 4 baby cat geckos I have. And to my surprise, I'm pretty sure she has eggs developing and is going to lay eggs again quite soon. So that would be cool, especially if they're fertile. I've had Sage for a few months now and I haven't had her with a male. However, they can retain sperm for a long time, so it is very possible that she could still give us fertile eggs.
Oh, and look at her colors and patterns, guys. They're nothing like the males. The males with this species is actually, little jump. The males with this species is actually a little more bland. The females are the ones that seem to have a lot of more color and pattern to them.
So as I mentioned, I currently have 4 baby cat geckos that all came from Sage, and they are all on this shelf right here. Cat geckos, however, grow very, very slow. They are not a fast-growing species at all. So despite them being a few months old, they are still very tiny. However, they are steadily growing. They're nice and healthy. They are just a very slow growing species. So right here on the bottom, I think is the one that I'm planning on giving to Nat. So these 2 up here, I'm planning on keeping for myself. And then I think I'm honestly gonna keep all 3 of them.
So we're gonna be giving it a little bit more time just so that we can actually confirm the sex before they go home to me, and also give them a bit more time to grow.
So this here is one of Sage's babies, and I have a feeling that this one is gonna develop really nice. The pattern on its back is already super bold, and the colors on her underside are definitely, you know, decently orange. The red coloration won't really develop until they get a bit older, but based on what I'm seeing already just at this size, I think that this is going to be a really pretty gecko.
And I'm also very excited that this will be a captive bred specimen and not a wild caught one, which will be nice. So hopefully when she's older and is ready for breeding, I would like to try pairing her up with my male, but you know, that's a long ways away.
So most cat geckos that you see in captivity right now are being wild caught. Not all of them. There are quite a few breeders out there who are having success with the species, but for the most part, you're going to primarily see wild-caught species or wild-caught animals, but I would really like to change that, especially here in Canada. So I'm working really hard with the cat geckos that I currently have, and I'm also planning on getting many more to expand my breeding project.
I thought these guys were delicate as adults. As babies.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, they're
especially when they first hatch out.
So fragile.
And I'm also hoping too that, you know, over time as I get more experience with caring for them and breeding them, that, you know, things will just get easier and easier. I'm sure at the beginning I'm gonna have some bumps in the road and some learning curves, but you know, we all start somewhere. And yeah, so typically cat geckos are one of those species that, you know, you don't want to handle a whole lot because it does tend to stress them out. But I have really been noticing that with the captive bred babies especially, it really doesn't seem to bother them nearly as much as it bothers like wild-caught individuals.
Interesting.
So this here is the enclosure that I have set up for my baby skinks. So Nat is currently just opening this up so that she can get the babies out of her enclosure and switch them over to my enclosure here. Oh, he's so cute.
And this is the one that doesn't have the
So
pigtail.
pretty.
And they do have a semi-prehensile tails. You can see he's curling it around me like that already.
That's awesome. Oh my god, he's so pretty.
He's already got some of
Such a
that
beautiful
blue.
green.
All right, let's see if I can find the other little dude.
Oh yeah, is that one of these smaller
Yeah.
babies? Oh yeah, that is interesting. The color difference is really cool.
Making sure there's no So here's my other little dude that's going to you.
Oh, they're both so pretty. Hello. You turn the enclosure around and you can see him a lot better now. The other one came out and he's just perching right up on this leaf now. It's so cute.
It looks so nice too, just for a grow out tank.
Yeah. Hopefully they like it and do well.
Welcome to your new home, babies.
Oh, I'm so excited.
They look so good.
I can't wait until they're big.
So I'm back home now and I had a great time on my vacation. It was honestly very, very needed. Even though I really needed a break, one thing that I never need a break from is my animals. I never like being away from my animals for too long. Sometimes I wish that I could just bring them all with me, but obviously that would be impossible. But I'm so happy to finally have the baby emerald tree skinks back home, and also in a nice vivarium here. You can see the one little guy up here, but I have them in this nice 12 by 12 by 18, and I'm still waiting for those other eggs to hatch as well, so I will keep you guys updated. I mostly try to keep up to date with everybody on Instagram, so don't forget to check out my other social media, which you can find in all my links. They're doing so well, guys. I will try to do more videos on them because they're so freaking adorable. So there you guys have it. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this tour of Emma Sampson's reptile room and checking out those adorable little cat gecko babies. Hopefully we'll also see more of my emerald tree skink babies in the future, but I've just been really busy. But thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. My glass frogs have actually moved into my bedroom, and I'm gonna get another tank for here so that it's flush and perfect like Tetris. I am in Emma Sampson's reptile room. I better not have broken his phone, nope.